Hello and welcome to Forestygian. If you'd like to take a look at the game, there is a link in the description, and as far as I'm aware, there is a demo available for this as well, so you can even try that if you'd like. Anyway, this is a very unique, strategic, and very tactical roguelike deck builder. I know, okay, fine. There's a bunch of roguelike deck builders, so why should you play this one? Well, as I said to you, everything is extremely unique in the way that it handles battles. You may think, oh, this looks exactly the same. No, just wait a minute. You'll see exactly the reason. Anyway, there's a bunch of characters that you can indeed unlock, as you can see right here. You initially just start with the sorceress, and then you unlock, after your first run, the barbarian, and then you unlock the Amazon, and then you're gonna obviously gain the others in due time. Now, I've not actually played with the Amazon, so we're going to be playing as her, and we're going to see how it goes. Now, every single character has different stats. So they have different HP, they have different amounts of mana, they have different abilities and different mana costs with these abilities. So this is where it differs, because you may think, oh, you're going to use cards to attack. No, you're not. Not in this game. You're actually using abilities that cost mana, and you're going to use your cards in creative ways to regain mana so you can continue attacking. And each individual attack has a certain range and damage assigned to it. I'm trying to explain it relatively slowly here so you can get it easily. Because for me, I am actually still really bad at this game. I haven't actually even completed a run, and you can see here that I am still on the easy difficulty because I haven't actually won ever. So I did get very close one time, but that was basically it. Anyway, so first ability has 3 range, so it attacks the 3 closest enemies, deals 1 damage, and as you see, it costs 3 mana. The next one does 2 damage and attacks the 2 closest enemies. However, as you see here, plus reach. Next ability reaches twice as many enemies. So this is where the whole strategic tactical element comes in. You have to try to combo abilities and combo cards to be as effective as possible. And, well, from my perspective, I am not very good at this, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so, and then the last ability, of course, as you might expect, does the most damage, but has the least range. However, if you were to use the second ability and then the third ability, you'd have 2 range on that. Because you can see here, next ability reaches twice as many enemies. So, in other words, it's going to reach 2 people instead of just 1, which is really quite nice. So, I think the Amazon is actually looking really good right now. Anyway, here's the combat. So basically, you can see already here, this is your enemy attack total. That basically means that the enemy is going to attack you for 10 damage at the end of this turn if you do not kill anyone. And obviously we are going to attempt to kill people, of course. And then you have 18 enemies. Now this is also where it differs rather dramatically than regular deck builders, because let's face it, a lot of deck builders are going to do the thing where you fight, you know, a maximum of like 3-4 enemies, and that's going to be pretty much it. But this is something where it just goes crazy with that, and you're going to be trying to, you know, stem the tide of hordes of opponents, and you're going to get to see what's happening here. So anyway, all right. So we have a number of different mana potions. As you can see, we're going to be gaining different mana potions as we progress, as well as different other items too. And these are all supplementary. And the most beneficial thing that we can do is try to be as effective as possible with our specialization here. So in other words, with our abilities. So technically what I could do is I could use jab here, and then my next ability is going to reach twice as many enemies. So technically what I could do, I'm going to do this right now just so I could show you. So it's going to attack 1 person. It's going to kill the first guy. And then, as you can see right here, look at what I've got. I can literally now do this for 3 mana and do 1 damage to 6 enemies instead of 3. Or I could do 2 damage to 4 enemies, which is really quite fantastic. Now, obviously, from my perspective, I think it's much more lucrative for me to do damage to 6 enemies, because that just generally feels a bit more... I mean, that's the funny thing. If I were to do damage to 4 enemies, I'm technically doing 8 damage, right? Because, you know, 4 times 2, right? I'm technically doing 8 damage as a raw value. So if you think about that, obviously that's much more effective. However, if you think about the fact that 2 of these enemies only have 1 HP, the ones that I'm actually attacking here, that's overkill. That's 2 damage overkill. So in other words, it's 8 minus 2, which is 6, and that's basically the same exact value as what we're getting with this. So in my opinion, it's a better idea for me to do this attack and then follow that up with something else afterwards. So now we're going to use this. So basically, Potion of Devotion, I like that it rhymes. It's actually giving us the ability to then increase our next mana gain to at least 3. So you see here, as soon as I use that, I can then use another Potion of Devotion, which is going to get me another +3, as you see right there. So then I now have a buff that, you know, gives me at least +3 from Potions of Mana, and we're going to do exactly that. Now I've regained pretty much everything I wanted to. And now what we can do is we can continue attacking. Or I could just stop attacking altogether if I wanted to. However, I'm not going to do that. We're going to just attack like so. And the really, really cool thing about the game is you don't have to worry about these enemies here. Because as you can see, they do have a, shall we say, I could use a... I guess I could use a Magic the Gathering term, kind of like summoning sickness, right? It's like summoning sickness. So basically, you know, they can't attack immediately. So if you eliminate the first 6 enemies on your screen, you're going to be taking 0 damage, which is obviously very nice. So we're going to continue to deal damage here, and I'm literally just going to do this. I think, yeah, let's do that, and then we can basically just use these. And I'm not actually going to be doing anything else. I'm just going to go to the next turn. I'm going to save my mana. Even though I could eliminate these guys, I don't really see the need to rush it. So it's all very, very thoughtful gameplay. You have to be very, very thoughtful about what you decide to do. Because if you are inherently going to rush or you're going to make a mistake, because let's face it, I am going to make mistakes, by the way. So if you see me make a misplay, then just know that if you are more strategically minded than I am, which is very likely, you're probably going to have a great time with this game. Alright, so as you can see here, Crystal of Favor. This is one of our other cards, one of our more unique cards. So per 6 mana missing, +1 mana and +1 favor. And so that gives us the benefit of the next health gain is increased by the number of cards in our hand. So this is all situational, modifier kind of stuff, which I very much appreciate. Unfortunately for me, it doesn't actually do much. So we are just going to do this and this, and well, I can't really do much more here, unfortunately. So let's see what I could do. So we can do this, which is obviously going to give me reach once again, and I will probably do that, and that's going to take all of these guys down to 1 HP, which is then going to provide me with the ability to use Toss, which is then going to do even more damage, because we're going to kill 4 enemies for the price of 3 mana, which is really, really nice. And now there are only 4 enemies remaining, and this is going to be pretty simple for us to eliminate them. Or at the very least, I kind of hope it will be rather simple. So we're just going to get some new cards now. You can see here we have some Broccoli of Vampirism. Yeah, so Broccoli, indeed, it does give us max health. However, the one thing I think we have to take into account here is that the max health does not carry forward to the next battle. Let's just see whether that is indeed the case, because obviously I am going to use it. And you can use as many cards as you want in a particular turn. You're not limited by energy or mana itself or anything like that. You are only limited by the amount of mana you have to use your own abilities and your own skills. So I think that's pretty cool, actually. I like that. So let's just increase our HP there. And then we will just try and increase our mana as much as possible. And that's pretty much all I can do. So we have 8 mana. Do you think we can win this without taking any damage? Maybe. Maybe. So let's see. Yeah, so I could do this. But I don't really want to do that. I could do that. No, I don't have enough to be able to do both of these. So that's the problem. So I could do this. And then we could do that. Because we're not going to gain reach, right? We're not going to gain reach from using toss. So that's obviously a bit of a problem. Could use 2 of these, but that's also not going to really do much. I could do this, but this is overkill, so that's basically pointless. I'm going to just reduce my damage, I suppose. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to reduce my damage. And then we are just going to, you know, do this, regenerate basically everything that we can. And then we can kill both of these in one fell swoop because we do have another charge of reach, of course, as you saw from the previous turn. And so that means that Jab, which is our highest damage ability, will now hit 2 enemies. So hopefully you kind of understand how the game works now. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to get all the way to the end of this run. Maybe I will be able to succeed here. So choosing your path. When you choose a path, it is nothing to do with choosing whether you're going to be fighting an elite or whether you're going to be fighting a mini-boss or whether you're going to be having a regular combat encounter or anything like that. It's all to do with building your deck. So that's where it differs as well. So we are otherwise going to see... Yeah, we're going to choose recipe card, I think. A chant card. Next status gets 1 more stack. Next ability gains 1 mana per damage dealt. That could be very, very useful, actually. But I... not a big fan of the... shall we say, so-called exchange rate on the mana per damage dealt there. I feel like it should be 1 mana per 1 damage dealt, but obviously maybe that's going to be too OP. But I don't know. Anyway, we'll take the recipe card here. And so then we get a choice between the 3 recipe cards. And they all have different things. So you can see here, next ability reaches 1 more enemy per 3 cards in hand. And this is also a retained card. So basically what that means is if you do not play it in that particular round, you can keep it in your hand without having to discard it. So that's very cool. All right, so I think I will probably actually just take the Recipe of Devotion because this is going to provide me with, you know, the Devotion buff, which gives me more mana every single time I use another card after it. So I think that actually sounds pretty good. I don't really feel the need to get any of the other ones, so we're just going to do that because I think my main issue is mana gains at the moment. So anyway, intellect +1, max mana +5. Next status gets 1 more stack. Yeah, I mean that might be okay. Per 6 health you have +1 mana. No. Per 3 mana you have. No. Okay, yeah. No, we'll do this one. We'll do this one. Max mana sounds pretty cool. Highly unlikely I'm going to be able to make good use of that. But yeah, anyway. So the enemy variety in the game. This is another thing that we have to also take into account because there is a significant amount of enemy variety and they all have different passives. And these passives directly impact how you approach each combat situation. So this adds an additional layer of complexity to the game. So you can see here, Orc Recruit takes 1 less damage. You may think, oh, 1 less damage, that's nothing, right? Yeah, it is actually quite a bit of something because that means you are no longer able to just use this ability. As you can see from the estimate there, it's not going to do any damage. My most efficient ability is not going to do any damage whatsoever to these Orc Recruits. So in other words, I'm going to have to use Lunge, which is a much more costly ability. So very, very harsh. However, this does provide me with the ability to then use Jab on double targets. And as you can see here, this means that Grown Golem and the Young Golem, they take 1 more damage. So these guys all have insane amount of HP, but they take 1 more damage as a result of their passive. So hopefully this is going to work out relatively well. So first of all, let's just eliminate the Orcs. So let's do this. We're going to gain reach for this, and that means that I can then do this, which is hopefully going to be doing something. I don't know whether that's particularly useful. I should have done that the other way around, actually, and I just made a misplay there. Oh well, never mind. You know, that's just how it goes for me, isn't it? So let's just increase that. And then we can do some damage here. We can kill that other goblin at the back. Sorry, not goblin. It's an orc. Yes, it's an orc recruit. And yes, let me see now. Okay, so I can kill this and I can do damage to this. Okay, we'll do that. And then we can also kill that golem. The elder golem, I think, is probably going to kill me, or is going to do quite a lot of damage to me. But I can't really do much about that, as you can tell. So we're just going to have to end the turn here. I'm a little bit worried about my mana being so low, but I did have to do that. Otherwise, I was going to have huge problems. Okay, so let's see. Intellect. Yeah, okay, that's fine, I guess. I think so. Let's do this. Do this. And then we will indeed attack. And we will do probably something like this, because we're going to kill a lot of things. This is really, really good value for us. So let's do that. And then play... yeah, play that, I guess. And then we'll just play this. And now... Yeah, no, this is good. This is fine. We're reducing the damage quite dramatically. We are still going to be taking lethal damage here, so we do need to eliminate some people. And there we have it. Okay, and now I can actually deal damage to these guys, and I can reduce my damage taken to 0, which is actually perfect. I can't do anything else, though. As you can see, I can't use toss or anything like that, but this is perfect. Played that very, very well, if I do say so myself. Although... I think I probably would have been able to play it a little bit better, maybe, to a certain degree. But yeah, anyway, let's just play this. We can gain some health back. Gonna probably do this. And then we will... Yeah, and then we will play this, I think. And then that, and then this. I don't know. I think that was probably one wrong order. I think that was probably one wrong order there, but oh well, never mind. We are definitely going to have enough to be able to achieve victory here, or at the very least, we're going to do quite a lot of damage. So let's see now. If I do this, that's then going to enable me to kill everything after that. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this. I need a card that increases my damage, increases the damage of my next ability by +1. That would be extremely useful to me right now, because that would enable my toss to do 2 damage, which would then effectively kill the orc recruits. Because obviously if it does 2 damage, then, you know, they're dead instantaneously. So that would be really nice. Okay, well, I think what we'll do is we'll just play this, get the orc recruits out the way, and you can see here we still have massive amounts of damage taken. However, as you see here, the next thing we can do is basically just kill all 3 of those, and now we are absolutely fine. So you see here I'm actually almost at full HP too, because of my vampirism and everything, which is actually really nice. And I have a lot of extra reach somehow. Oh yeah, it's because we're consistently using extra reach. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, anyway, so this is a very simple turn for us right here. Just gain back mana, nothing really to worry about. And we can just eliminate this guy, and he's dead. He's out of there. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, gain some max health and a status. Gain some intellect, max mana, and a status. I actually have no idea. That's okay. You know, I think the broccoli card is probably going to be relatively good here. Max health. Next status gains 1 more stack. Next ability deals 1 more damage. Ah, here we go. Yes, this is what I was talking about. Next ability deals 1 more damage. This is absolutely perfect. If we can get this more, shall we say, you know, well, not guaranteed, but if we can get it more often, then maybe that's going to be helping us quite a great deal. Anyway, yeah, we'll do this now. So, Grape of Boon, intellect +1, health +2, next mana gain is increased by number of, yeah, not a big fan of that. Yes, none of these are actually that fun for me, but I guess we could do something like... I think Recipe of Boon is probably the best for us right there. Okay, so, new enemies, once again, absolutely new enemies. So we have Bronze Clunker. When it's at full health, it takes double damage. An Elm Scarecrow, when it's not at full health, it takes double damage. And the same thing with the other oak scarecrows and so on and so forth. So they're all basically the same kind of thing, but these are a direct, basically dichotomy of each other, because when it's at full health, it takes double damage. These guys, when it's not at full health, it takes double damage. So we need to do damage at some point to be able to make the scarecrows take double damage, but it's going to be very, very hard for us to do that potentially. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I am a little bit worried about it for me personally, but yeah, let's try it out. Okay, so obviously this takes double damage when it's at full health, so let's just kill this guy. And then I'm going to use this. And then I have potentially the ability... I have the ability to kill quite a lot if I use this, because this is going to enable me to do 3 damage, and I can then kill the Willow Scarecrow straight away. But do I want to do that immediately, or do I want to do this? I think maybe do this. Yeah. Maybe this, actually. Maybe that is better. If I do this, then these guys are going to take full damage, but this one is not. Yeah, no, I'm going to do this. Wow, we didn't kill anything. Yeah, of course not. Okay, let's play that. Okay, now we're going to do massive damage, as you can see right here. Look at this. Look at this insane damage we're going to be dealing. Okay, so we're going to actually do this. And then we are going to attack these two with this. That's going to eliminate their damage potential completely, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, let's see here. Let's play this one, this one, this one, and then we will literally just play this. We're going to gain reach, and then we're going to take 0 damage, which is absolutely wonderful. That is very nice. Okay, let's go on to the next turn, see what happens. We've got 12 more enemies to deal with. Okay, next status gains 1 more stack. That's obviously going to be pretty useful for us. This is actually really, really good. Recipe of Boon. Next mana gain is increased by number of cards in the hand. So this is basically what we want to play straight away almost. And we can then play the Tome of Chant, which I think is probably going to be good. That's going to increase my maximum mana, which is really nice. And let's play this. And then this, and then this. Okay, there we go. So now we have an idea about how much mana we actually have. All right, so let's see what we can do. Maybe we're going to be okay. Maybe we're going to be okay. Maybe we're going to suck. Who knows? Okay, so let's do this. I could do this and kill a whole bunch, which would be pretty useful. I could do this and do nothing, and then I could do this. Okay, yeah, no, we're going to do this, and then we can do this. That's actually okay, because as far as I'm aware... Oh, yeah, no, this is maybe not so good. Yeah, we're going to take 6 damage, but I think that's kind of worth it, maybe? I think that is kind of worth it. So, yeah, we'll just go on to the next turn. 6 enemies remaining. 6 enemies remaining. Okay, and we actually did get Broccoli of Rage, which is pretty good. And now we can also play Potions of Devotion. And we are just going to be playing a huge amount of those. And then we can also do this. And then we can also do this. And there we go. All right. We're actually looking really, really good right now. So let me see. If I play this, that's not really going to do much. So I'm going to play this, kill those 2. And then we can kill these 2 really, really easily. And I think that's probably going to be good. And then we can maybe do this. This is insane amounts of damage. I think I will probably be fine now. Yep, there you go. We could just do 2 of those and then we're done. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So there you go. That's... Whew, yeah, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Okay, let's take the Bandage card. I feel like getting some HP is probably good. Bandage of Rage, yes. I think I will probably be taking that. Oh, next ability deals twice as much damage. That sounds amazing. Let's take that one. Okay, and then we'll continue onward to this. Per 8 health you have, +1 mana and +1 menace. Next ability deals 1 more damage per 3 cards in hand. That doesn't really make much sense to me because I think, as far as I'm aware, we can only have 5 cards in the hand. Is that true? I actually don't know. Yeah, all of these are not so amazing. Yeah, not so amazing, not so amazing. Okay, so I guess we'll just do this one. Yeah, this is... Ooh, this is... Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. So now we have, again, new enemy types. So, when hit for 2 or less, they take 3 damage. So, basically, just hit them for 1, pretty much, right? Just hit them for 1 as much as possible. These guys, every turn, they regenerate 2 health. So if you do less than 2 damage, you're gonna be having a slight problem there. Okay, so that's obviously a bit of an issue, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now let's see here. We're gonna go for this, and then this, and then we will. Let's see. Next health gain is increased by a number of cards. That's pretty good, actually. Let's do that. Gain some mana from this. I don't really want to gain mana right now because we would overcap on that. And we're also going to overcap on this. So I don't really want to do that either. Okay. So that means that what we should probably do is we should just play this. And as you see, this is... and I feel like I'm going to die here, actually. I feel like I am actually going to die. Maybe. Because here's the funny thing. If I do 1 damage, it literally just does 3 every single time. As you see, when hit for 2 or less, it takes 3 damage. So unless you can do massive damage to them, it's not really going to change anything. So I'm just going to play this once again. Let's play this. And now I can do 4 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, this is not looking so good, is it? Okay, let's do this. And then play this, I think. This is looking pretty decent. And then I can kill this one. Or I can kill this. Yeah, so it's basically a choice between those two. I guess I will just kill that and we'll do some damage. And now I have 0 mana. Not a good idea, by the way, in my opinion. Not a good idea to go down to literally 0. I think that's a really bad idea. So, not great. Okay, next mana gain. Yeah, okay, that's absolutely fine. Let's do this. That's going to get me this. And then we can just play all these. Okay. Yeah, that's alright. That's actually not bad. And now we're back up to almost full, which is quite nice. And now let's have a look. Okay, so this guy, obviously, he regenerates 2 HP, which is kind of annoying, but can't really do much about that. And I could do massive damage to a wide variety of enemies here. I think I will actually just do this. I will just do that. And then we could potentially do this. Then that's going to maybe give us the opportunity to attack here, or I could do this. We are most likely going to have a problem now, because if this attacks 2, that's going to kill 2. I guess I will just do that, and then we'll see. Maybe I can do this. That's going to remove 8 damage from the board, which is pretty amazing. So I guess I will do that just to try and keep myself alive as much as I can. We still have 9 enemies remaining. Bear in mind, as I said to you at the very beginning, I have never succeeded in actually winning a run. So that's a pretty significant bit of information to take into account here. Okay, so let's just do this, do this, do this, and next mana gain is increased by a number of cards in the hand. I probably should have done that first, shouldn't I? Yes, oh well, never mind. Okay, so we are actually doing massive damage with this first attack here. And I think I will probably do this instead. I'll do this one, because that's going to do so much damage in general. Yeah, I actually think that is much better than the other thing. So we're just going to do this, do that. Look at how many kills we just got. Look at that. You see what I mean? That was so incredible. Okay, and we'll just use our last little bit of mana there. And there we have it. Okay, so we're going to take 4 damage, which is really not that big a deal. Obviously, we just need to try and sustain ourselves as much as possible. Okay, so we're going to gain some mana here. Let me see. Anything to do with cards? Yeah, this one. Okay, that one has to do with cards. Okay, so let's do this. This one. Do that. Okay, we've got 11 left. That's not so good, is it? No, that's not so good. Okay, so we could basically do this. I think we should probably ignore the lizard man for the moment. I think he's probably going to be a bit of a misdirect here. So I am literally just going to be targeting down the gargoyles, I think. And we're still going to take 10 damage. But bear in mind, once we're done with this round, we are going to be healed to full HP. So we shouldn't have too many issues with that, or at least I hope so. Yes, that's not really doing much for me right there. Okay, let's do this and that. Okay, so we got 9. That's definitely going to be enough to win, I think. Yep, there we go. Nice. Whew. Alright, a little bit problematic there, a little bit problematic, but yes, not too bad. Gains mana status based on the health you have, or missing, whichever is lower. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll do that. Let's see. Next ability gains 1 mana. Next ability is increased by a number of cards in the hand. That might actually be pretty cool if I can remember to use it appropriately. Ah, this is fantastic. Oh, max. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the max mana ones because I can never really get to a much higher mana gain. So we're just going to do this instead, and then we will move on. Okay, so once again, here we go. Completely new enemies. When it takes damage, if ready, reduces attack by 1. So this is actually pretty fantastic because basically every single time you do damage to these guys, they're going to lose damage output. So the more you can attack them, the better. And then we have these guys. They every turn regenerate 3 health. So they're basically just an upgraded version of the lizard men, which is not too bad, I suppose, for me. And so let's see what we can do. So basically, I just want to attack as many of them as possible. So let's do this, followed by this. Yes, I'm spending way too much mana for nothing. Yeah, that's great. Okay, max health. That's really, really good in my opinion, but I don't really want to use that right now. And I can retain it. Can I? No, I cannot retain it. Unfortunate. Right, let's do this. And that. And then we can do this. And there we have it. Okay, that's actually going to be really, really good for us. And now we are going to be doing a lot of damage. And we are probably going to be killing quite a few of these. There we are. Nice. And I think I actually will... Should I attack one more time or should I just leave it? Because I'm thinking right now, if I do this one more time, I am going to be saving myself 2 damage, which I personally feel is not really that useful. So I'm just going to leave it. And obviously bear in mind that the trolls are of course going to heal themselves a whole bunch. But yeah, that's okay. That's not that bad. Okay, next mana gain. There we go. Let's do this. There we are. We're back up to 10. That's wonderful. Max mana. Let's do that. Next health gain. Per mana. Okay, yeah, let's do this. There we are. Okay. Alright, okay, so let's see. So if I play this and this, I think we're probably going to be okay. Maybe. Let's do that. And then we can play this as well. That's going to kill both of the trolls very, very cheaply. And then I can just do this and just reduce their damage a little bit more. Bear in mind that you cannot reduce damage of enemies in the future. It's only ones that are indeed ready to attack that will be reduced. So bear that in mind, especially with these guys. Okay, whoa, we're gaining huge amounts of health. What's going on with that? Okay. Yeah, let's gain some health back, I guess. Oh yeah, it's because of this, isn't it? No? Oh, deals 1 more damage per 3 cards in hand. Oh, okay, that's crazy. Okay, next ability deals 1 more damage. I need more mana, actually, all things considered. Okay, max health. Is there anything that increases my max health? Not really. Kind of interesting. Alright, so I'm going to do 6 damage. 4 damage. That is hilarious. Look at that. 4 damage? That's crazy. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just do... I guess I'll just do a 2 and a 1, right? Just do a 2 and a 1, just to decrease these guys' attack as much as possible. Kill one off. Can't do anything else. So, might as well. They're only going to hit me for 8, which is not too bad. But obviously bear in mind, these guys at the back there, they're going to be doing a lot of damage to me. Okay. Per 4 health you have, or missing, whichever is lower. 1 mana, 1 boon. And X mana gain is increased. Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. Woo! That's insane. Scroll of Devotion, really, really good. Let's do that. This is also great. Let's do this and that. And there we are. We're back up to 19. So we are... Is this the first time I'm actually going to achieve victory? Yes. You are good luck for me. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay, so we are just going to do 2 damage here. And then we can... I'm actually not sure. Let's do this, I guess. So I just spammed this, but I don't know whether I should spam that. That doesn't seem particularly, efficient or anything. But I guess I will, because now I can just do that. Look at that. That's crazy. Wow, I can't believe that worked. All right. So, it's quite funny. All right, so yeah, we are now basically done, and I can kill this guy instantaneously. Thank you very much. And oh no, that wasn't the final one. Oh dear. Okay, we may have a bit of a problem here now. Next ability reaches twice as many enemies. Next mana gain is doubled. Yeah, I will be taking the next mana gain is doubled. Thank you very much. That sounds perfect for me. And let's see here. Intellect increase. Next health gain is increased by number of cards. Yeah, I guess this one. I'm not a terribly big fan. All right, so this is the final round by the looks of things. And I have never seen these before. Nymph Conjurers. Every turn when ready, heals 2 to all enemies, including self. Wow. Okay, Wolf Scavenger, very, very easy to deal with though. When it takes damage, if ready, reduces attack by 2. So they do give you a lot of ways for the enemy to completely mess themselves up. So I actually really, really appreciate that, because otherwise we were going to have some big, big problems. Okay, so let's do... I don't even know what to do right now, actually. Let's do this, I guess, and then play this, and that's going to hopefully increase. Next mana gain is increased by this. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would like to just continue attacking like so. So we'll do that. Attack here. Use this. And then max health. That is insane. The amount of max health that we're going to gain from this. Okay. And the nymph is obviously going to heal. Whoa, she's going to heal everyone by 2. That's crazy good. Okay, yeah, let's not do that. Let's actually kill her off, thank you. And then we can do some damage here if we want to, which I think is probably going to be absolutely pointless, because doing... the funny thing is, if I don't kill anything, 2 damage is nothing. You see, that's the thing. 2 damage is nothing. So if I can do 3 damage or more, then obviously that's good. But I want to kill off that werewolf at least. And then she's going to heal for 2, as you can see. And now there are 4 nymphs on the screen. So that basically means that they're all going to be healing, right? So that's, what is that? 8 HP. Wait, no. Yeah. Wait, yeah, that's 8 HP. Wow, okay, yeah, that's 8 HP every single time to every single enemy. That is kind of crazy. Okay, so let's have a look here. Next mana gain is increased. Yes, let's do that. Let's do this. That's very nice. And now let's see what else we can do here. Per 4 mana. Maybe do this instead. There we go. Next ability deals twice as many damage. Oh, that's pretty good. That's not too bad. Well, my main problem is actually dealing with the initial enemies before us right here. So I could do this and then gain additional reach, which is probably what I'm going to do. And then I can actually start dealing damage to enemies in the back. But the problem is, I'm not really going to be able to finish off these opponents if I do this right now. Because as you can see, I only have 8 mana remaining. So if I do this, I'm going to kill at least 1 werewolf. I can't kill anything else. And doing 2 damage, like I said, is basically pointless. So I could save some mana by doing the regular lunge attack. And, well, this one, unfortunately, is going to be completely, well, basically fully healed. if all of them, yes, as you can see, all of them do actually activate. And as you see here, I'm actually almost dead. This is the reason why I said to you before, I think that when we get to this point, it's actually kind of hard. Very, very hard. So let's do this, do that. Let's see, next ability deals 1 more damage per 3 cards you have in the hand. Well, that's absolutely pointless now. I did not read that properly. Oh well, never mind. Okay, now let's see what we can do. Now, the nymphs just have so much HP. It's very, very difficult for us to do this, but I'm going to assume I'm just not actually playing it accurately enough, I guess. That's probably the reason. Okay, so let's do... Okay, I could do 2 attacks here, so that's 8, and then I could follow it up with another 1, so I could get 7 damage, and that's enough to kill, well, basically nothing, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I can kill this first nymph, because she's obviously doing the most damage to us, right? So, I guess I could do that. Like this. And then we could kill that nymph in the back there, which I guess is okay. And we're now going to take 10 damage. Yeah. And there's another massive amounts of nymphs in the background there. That's wonderful, isn't it? Oh no. Okay, yeah, we're going to have some huge problems now. Alright, so max health. I don't need max health, unfortunately. Okay. Next ability deals twice as much damage. Max mana. I do not need max mana. That's the entire problem here. I need to heal myself a great deal. Okay. I have 8. 8 mana. Really? That's it? I have 8 mana? That's all? That's all I have? Are you joking? That is hilarious. And I'm only going to be gaining 3 HP. Okay, yeah. So I can't even use both of these abilities, which is really, really bad. But I can kill this one, which is going to reduce my damage taken by 6. But that's still not enough to save me. So I think I'm dead. I think I am actually dead, and you'll be very very saddened by that, no doubt. So the only thing I can do is I could do this, and then, well, that's it actually. That's literally all I can do. I could try to reduce damage even further. Oh no, I might live. I might live actually, if I can. I mean, a funny thing is, okay, look, if I do this, they're all going to heal that damage, which makes no difference. However, if I do this, I can kill one of the dryads, one of the nymphs, shall we say, and that's going to reduce the damage I take by 2 as well. Actually by 3. So that's actually much better. So let's do that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm wholeheartedly assuming I'm gonna die here, I'm gonna lose, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I am actually gonna get lucky. You never know. Right, so let's... Oh yeah, look at that. I'm gaining some HP. Oh, I never would have expected it. Not in a million years. All right. There we are. Let's do this, do that. There we are. Okay, so we got 18 mana. We've got to make this count, okay? We have to make this count. If we do not, then we are a sucker that deserves to lose. There we go. You know, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so wait a second. Maybe I can do something here. So if I do this, that's going to take us down to 13. If we do it again, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's do it. And let's see what happens. Okay, so I can actually kill this if I want to. I can kill this. I can try to reduce the damage that we take. Because if I do this, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. And then I can reduce the damage that we take by, well, I mean, obviously this guy is not going to really do much. Yeah, do that. And then we could do this again. That's going to reduce our damage taken once more. There are 2 nymphs on the board, but only one of them is going to be healing. So that's obviously good. Let's kill one of these wolves. Why not? And there we have it. Okay. That's actually not too bad, because basically every single time we attack these wolves, they lose 2 attack, right? So that's also very, very important. Right. So let's do this. Do this, heal ourselves. Actually, healing ourselves for a pretty massive amount, surprisingly enough. Here we go. All right, so we have 25 HP. We have no mana whatsoever. I only have 8. Oh, no. Okay, well, that's fine because I can basically just kill everyone on the board with one attack. Boom. That was the first time. Can you believe it? That was literally the first time I actually won. Wow. And we unlocked the Paladin, as you can see right here. Look at that. Unlock 3 of 28. So this actually has a huge amount of content to unlock by the looks of things, because as you can see, the run that I did just now took me about 45 minutes. Obviously, I did have to explain a whole bunch of stuff, and generally a run is supposed to take you around 30 minutes. So a nice little bite-sized little bit of content here, which is really, really quite nice, because you can just pick it up, play it for half an hour, and then come back to it later whenever you're ready. And I like that. So yeah, anyway, he's got slash. Whoa, this costs 5 mana, but it does hit 5 enemies, which is obviously pretty cool. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this guy is gonna gain status. So basically huge amounts of statuses. So in other words, next status gets twice the stacks. And I actually wonder, whoa, yeah, that's actually really, really powerful. I think that character is really, really powerful. So there you go. I actually unlocked the new difficulty, surprisingly enough. And yeah, so it gives you random items to start with, as you could no doubt tell from the previous time. I'm actually wondering, can I not see the other characters? I don't know. One thing I really can't wait to do is actually unlock this guy right here, the guy with the skulls, because he seems like he's like a, I don't know, necromancer or something like that. I think his abilities are going to be probably really fun. But yeah, Paladin looking really, really cool. So the Amazon actually got me my first victory. I personally felt like the Sorceress was probably, I think probably quite strong. The Barbarian, for me, was really not super good, weirdly enough. But I don't know, maybe I was just playing him wrong. And I personally think that the Paladin is going to be extremely powerful because of the status thing, because you can then gain huge amounts of mana by using your potions of devotion all the time. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.